Africa fashion is gaining ground across the world as lovers of the many dynamic cultures found on the continent take a piece of it to different countries they visit or reside in. Such is the story behind the Africa Fashion Show Geneva, an annual fashion event hosted in Geneva, Switzerland and organized by Nigerian-born Temitayo Omotola.
Well, when I started, it was very scary. I was like, oh my God, Tayo, what are you doing? And the first year, it was there wasn't a lot of awareness about it. It was the first time that an African fashion show was going to be, displayed in Geneva, in Switzerland. So people didn't really understand what we were talking about. They're like, okay, it's just going to be another fashion show. And also the fact that, it's being organized by an African, it wasn't very well received because there's a stereotype that when events abroad are being held by Africans, it's not up to par. It's not, professionally organized. And I'm somebody who is, a fascist for, if you're organizing something, it has to be top-notch. It has to be the best way, and you need to be able to show that you're capable of doing what you're doing. And I'm sort of strict on myself. So I made sure that the standard I'm trying to keep is very high, and making sure that I'm trying to portray Africa in a good light. So I have to portray myself. I have to make sure that I'm able to deliver the message in a clean and professional manner. I wasn't sure how it would play out. It was all very chaotic. I don't know if you've ever been behind the scenes at fashion shows. And then the second year, it was much more, there was a lot of reception towards it. People were asking, oh, when is the show? I want to be there. And people who had come to the first year were able to, send out the word and send out the message that, okay, if you weren't at the first edition, you need to be at the second edition. And these things are usually by word of mouth. So word of mouth got there. The video went viral, and people saw it and saw that it was something that they wanted to attend.
Temitayo is a Nigerian citizen with over 7 years experience in program management, public relations and event management. She also holds an MA in political science from Fordham University, New York, and a Bachelor of Arts in International Relations from Webster University in Geneva, Switzerland. The African Fashion Show brings to Geneva fashion designers from across Africa to showcase their designs and creativity to the international community.
Geneva, because that's where I'm based, actually. I've been living there for close to 20 years now, and I actually work for an organization called the Africa Progress Panel, which is chaired by Mr. Kofi Annan, and that aims to, we track progress in Africa and also to encourage equitable and sustainable development in Africa. Geneva is an international city, and it has a group of diverse people, nationalities. It's home to all the international organizations, and just having the network and the reach that we have in Geneva is very, very rich, and it's unique. It's a unique place, and it's close to France, close to Austria, and it's just in the middle of Europe.
The aim of the AFSG, as it is usually called, is to tell a different story about Africa to the global community by showcasing the beauty, vibrancy and diversity of the continent, as opposed to the usual stereotypes of conflict, diseases, hunger and poverty often recorded in the media.
The Africa Fashion Show Geneva started in 2013, and it was born out of the need to change a little bit of the narrative and the negativity we were hearing about Africa and the international community, which is often displayed in the media. I wanted to do something fun, something different, out of the box, and wanted a new challenge. And it just sprung up to me, why not do something on fashion, something that would have a big bang with a lot of color, a lot of diversity and beauty to show that Africa is not only about famine and wars and Boko Haram and everything that we often hear in the media. And I thought, okay, do a fashion show and try to show the creativity and the talent that's, you know, in Africa, and how much our the creativity, the diversity, and the charm that we have behind our designs.
In addition to showcasing African fabric and creativity on the runway, designers and exhibitors at this show get the opportunity to get buyers for their designs and accessories, as well as have the possibility of meeting distinguished guests and making direct sales of their products.